Welcome everyone for Women Who Code Bangalore. So Women Who Code is a global non-profit organization with the mission to excel, mission to inspire women who wants to excel in technology careers. Okay. So now coming to the vision, Women Who Code envisions a world where women can proportionally be represented in technical ladders, where they can be executives, founders, VCs, board members, and software engineers. This is done through various initiatives that is run by Women Who Code, mostly by conducting training sessions, connecting people or different diverse groups where there are representatives that can help in like providing a career growth to different people. And there are also sessions where it is like a hackathon session or a leadership development sessions, which helps women who wants to excel in their career. So in Women Who Code, we do have code of conduct. We don't encourage. It's an inclusive community, and we don't encourage any like bias in terms of any race, ethnicity, age, or religion. Then this particular event is almost intended to inspire women to excel in technology careers, and anyone who is there for the purpose is more welcome to join Women Who Code. Wondering how do you want to be part of Women Who Code? You can be a presenter, you can be a facilitator, you can be an audience in any of these programs where there are a lot of technology talks and discussions which will help you make right career choices for achieving your aspiration. In case of expectations, when you want to be part of Women Who Code, you can be part of different groups. There are different groups that are available for anyone to participate. And you can also influence a lot of passionate engineers who want to excel in their career. These are some of the links which are available as part of Women Who Code. There are meetup links, there are social links where you can connect and understand what are the events that are happening across Women Who Code centers. Today we have two speakers who will be running us through the GoLang. It's a workshop. We have Parmeshwr, who is software principal engineer with 10 years in Dell. He has been working on a lot of things for past 14 years. The overall experience he has is around 14 years. He has worked on embedded systems. He is working on some of the niche technologies like ML, and also some of the technologies where he has also had patents in like 46, approximately 50 patents he has currently to his credit. Welcome Parameshwar for the session, and thanks for helping us run through the session. And we have Rajesh, who is software principal engineer. He has been with Dell and he has worked on a lot of product management and also diversified technologies. And he's here to help us with the second session, which will be happening tomorrow on GoLang. And considering GoLang, as you know, GoLang is becoming more and more popular for its simplicity in use of constructs, and it's also used in all the areas where there is a lot of performance needed, like in case of embedded systems where there is a performance need, or in case of applications which has to communicate real time. So those are some of the areas where GoLang is currently being used, and it's a language which was proposed by Google, and it's something which is considered to be a easy language for any lazy engineers. That's what they say, but it has a lot of easy constructs which will help you learn some of the way to have server peer programming, or in case if you want to create a simple application. So these are some of the benefits of what GoLang is. Without much further ado, let's get into this session. Parmeshwar, welcome to the session, and please take us through the workshop.
Thank you, Sukami, and thank you, Nirupa. So I am Parmeshwr Prasad, along with me, Rajesh. So we will be conducting these 2 days of the workshop. So we will be having from the basics to advanced programming. So it will be much on the hands-on kind of the workshop, where we will be telling certain concepts and you try from your side. So let me share my screen. So I hope you can see my screen.
Yes, we can see.
Yeah. So me, along with Rajesh. Rajesh is also here.
Hi guys.
Sorry, I'm just having. Okay. So just React if you have your setup ready. So you need the Linux or the Windows, or you can also have the Go Playground. So you can just compile online. Just React, and let me see how many of you are having your setup already ready. Or you can just click on these links I'm putting in the chat. Sorry. Yeah, Rajesh, can you put on the chat these links?
Yeah, I'll put up those things.
So you can also use the playground here. So if you are having the difficulty in setting up the environment, so this is a very interactive one. So write your code there, compile, and it gives you the output. So very simple one. Let me know once you are done. Just react that okay, you are done. Let's take for 2 minutes.
Yeah, I've pasted all the links on the chat, so you can someone can just check. Let us know, okay, whether you can able to access or not.
So for today's session, the Go playground is enough if we want to take part in the session.
Yeah, that's good enough.
That's good enough. Okay.
So this workshop will be divided in 2 parts. So first 1 hour and 15 minutes, then 15 minutes of break, then later part 1 hour. So we will be covering the different concepts of the GoLang. Okay, so let's proceed now. So in these 2 days of the workshop, mostly we will be covering the concepts, which includes the variable, constant, conditions, loops, and functions and return values, and very much specific, which is to the Go, that's Go routine, channels, and mutex and all. So interfaces, methods. These are some of the concepts what we will be covering in this workshop. So stay tuned, it's fun. And before we start anything on the workshop, why do we use the GoLang? So some of the things are listed here that why we need. But in my personal view, when I have used the GoLang, some of the things were really fascinating for me. Like it's like when you are developing the application, your application size is less. If you come from the Java background, so the similar code can be written in almost 1/4 of the memory. Yeah, 1/4 of the resources. And it has a very good memory management. You don't need to worry. Say, like if you come from the C+ background, like you always need to worry about where my memory, did I free it or not? Did I allocate it properly or not? How much I need? All those worries are gone from here. It's a very simple language. If you see the how many number of keywords it has, I believe it's have 25 keywords only. So the lesser number of the keywords, the language will be so easy. And syntax and all, no need to worry much about the syntaxing when you are writing the code. Pretty much if you have the Visual Studio, so automatically fills whatever you have to write. So, and some other things what it's mentioned here, like EG maintenance, industry agnostic. Yeah, these are pretty much there. But the key aspect, what I told, like why we have moved to GoLang. So basically the performance, the size, no need to worry about the memory. So these were some of the fundamental things what Go has provided us so that we are using that. I hope all of you have your basically the compiler ready, or you can use the Go playground. So let's start now. So we'll just close this now. Okay. So in today's session, I will be covering. So today, when I say like next 1 hour, so I will be covering the variables, switches, loops, constant, conditions, and the arrays. So these are some of the things what I will be using. So Go is little different languages than any other language. You need to have the packages. Packages means you may be knowing the library concept in other languages. Then packages can be used in any of the functions. That's one kind of the concept it has. And it also has the similar to C, C++ that program will start from the main. So you must have the main function so that you can create one executable. It's a language of type, like you don't necessarily have to compile it. You can run it without that. So you can just run the Go program without compiling or without having the executable. That's one thing. You can import different packages, and it has very good affinity with the C and C++. When I say C, C++, say like if you have the C library, which is the executable library, so you can just use that in your Go code, and some of the functions from the library, you can use that. So these are the pretty much very good concept what Go has. Let's ready our hand now. We'll start from the variables. So very first thing, you need to give the package name. Say I am giving it package name main. Okay. You can have the different packages name within one program itself. Then you can import that. So we have the import key. So you can use using that. And there are some of the built-in packages, say like the mathematics, format, and some crypto. So there are so many others. So these packages.
Sorry to interrupt. Is there any possibility that you can increase the font? Looks to be very small and.
Sorry, Nirupa. So the font size?
Yeah, is a possibility to increase the font size?
Let me check. I think if we have something view, appearance, zoom.
You can zoom in.
Okay, I think we have. Is it good enough?
I think
Yes,
this is
good
far
enough.
better.
Okay. So when I say import, you can import your own modules, whatever you have developed, or you can use it directly from the GitHub, or Go also provide some of the packages you can use from there. So imports help us to use the packages, whether within your module or from the GitHub or from the Go. So that can be anything here. Now, so I'm just writing the generic body, how it looks. So now you have the main function. So you must close any of the function like this and create the body like this. This is pretty simple one to do that. Okay. And now you see that some of the various things like comes like FMT the format, and print ln you do. So that's basically prints the line. So you saw one thing like as I enter the FMT println, it automatically imported. So these are some of the interpreter, very good stuff what it has. So you can just use a so very first program you can just make like this, and to compile this you can just do like go build and give the my file name is variable. Okay, so it will create one executable, so you can then go run also. So you'll get your output here only. So it is not going to give any executable. It has given the output here. Otherwise, if you just give like a go build and the variable, so it will create one file. Say you go here, so file name will be with the same variable.exe. It got the output, and you got the same output here. So can all of you try a hello world in the GoLang, and just let me know if you face any problem. You can write that same on the chat also. So we'll wait for 5 minutes.
Hey Parmeshwr, I was using Playground actually. So
Mhm.
I was not able to get this console where I go and execute. So, but there is an option called run. So when I just executed that run, it
Yeah.
just showed me the output. So is that fine, or is it like
That's fine, because see, when you give the build, basically it generates one executable, and in online we cannot store that. Basically, we cannot use that. So it's a good
run
enough
is fine?
to, yeah, that's fine enough. You just run it and it will give you the output.
Param, there was an ask to repeat the steps of compilation. And
Okay, so there are two ways, not two ways basically. One way, if you want to generate the executable and you want it to use in your product, so you have to run go build. So you can just do that, and so go build and the file name you give. So my file name is variable.geo. So once you give this command, it is going to generate the executable in the same name. Otherwise, you can just give output parameter and give any name what you want to have for this ABC or something. -O will give the executable name. So that's what you can also try. Or if you don't want to generate the executable, you just give go run. So go run will run, it compiles and it gives you the output. So can all of you try this? So let's wait for 5 minutes. So keep asking the question in the chat. Anubhav and Rajesh is there to answer all of your questions.
When we use go build, we use .go as the extension, and then we execute .variable.exe. But what do we use when we use go run? Sorry, it was below. I was not able to see.
No. So go run will not generate any executable. It will.
Okay, so go run .variable. That's all we have to give.
Basically the source code file.
Okay.
We'll wait for 2 more minutes.
So Param, without the main package, this is a must, right? Main package.
Yeah, main should be there to execute anything. Yeah. So libraries are the things where you can avoid the mains. Basically, library, when I say these are the modules, so there you can avoid the main.
Okay.
Okay, so hopefully you have completed. So let's move forward. So we'll again learn the new concept now, basically creating the mod file. So you see that, okay, we have a name main, but mod is important when you have the multiple source code and that's spread across and you want it to link the different libraries. I'm just keep taking the name libraries. So that's equivalent to the modules, what we call in the GoLang. So that is important to import through that. And just see that what I'm going to do, go mod init, and you can give the package name here. Say workshop. Yeah, workshop. You put here. You see one mod file created. So which basically it has the module name workshop and what version of the Go you are using. Basically this is important so that when you are moving from one version to another version, how much compatible is that? So that gives that. And it itself says that next command you should run go mod tidy. So once you run that, it gives another file that's awesome. And let's go here. Okay. So we got a mod file now, and mod file, the importance of mod file, I explained that it is important when we have the different modules and certain imports and all you can do here also. So import can be done here also. That's a basically the implicit one. So not necessarily that you need to write here, and some direct and indirect dependencies. So these are the some of the concept what comes later on. So, but yeah, just for as of now, just understand that we need to have the Go mod file. Go mod is important to identify any of the modules, to identify any of the source code. It also helps you to solve the dependency. Okay. Now let's understand more about the variables. So variables are the important thing. You use that to store temporarily something or to have your logic written. So you can use the keyword where. So like where, and so like it's like I have a and the type of int you can have, and you can assign the value here 9. That is what you can do. We don't have to explicitly close like this. It's not the C or C+ kind of language. We just stop here. And maybe like something like this also you can do, like you just give A and the value. Now it knows that A is holding 9 and 9 is an integer. You can very much print that. It will be keep giving you such kind of the errors because it has not been used. So in the Go, you cannot have any variable which is not being used in your throughout the program. So you can have in println. Println, I like that because I don't have to worry about putting the new line. So I like that one. So this is the one variable. You can also have the way like where b int 10 and print and b both you can have. Okay. Sorry, my bad. Okay. And same you can run go run variable. So, sorry. So you see here we have the 9 and 10. So can you try having the, in place of integer, just have the string and one integer and try printing that. Or maybe like have two variables, similar kind, integer kind, and try adding and printing the output. Let's take 5 minutes for this. So
Param, what are the various data types that we have here in the GoLang?
it's almost the same what other languages has, like the integer, float, and string. Yeah, characters. It also had the different, like you can have the slice, map. So various other things also based on the need it has. So let's finish this one. And let me know once you're done. So let's take 5 minutes for this.
Sure, one thing. So I was using Playground. Yeah, there I was able to run this thing. Now I've installed Visual Studio. So I'm not able to run that this one. Here I'm getting error. Can you please show me how to run this?
So basically the program?
Yeah.
You can use this this way to run.
So do I need to go to that directory where I have saved the file?
Yes, yes. See, you see, I am at the place where my source code is.
Okay.
Do you see that? So best thing, like go here, terminal, new terminal. It automatically opens. If you have the multiple project under this workspace, it will ask you which particular project you want to go. But here it's pretty easy. It just goes here.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Param, does space and all those indents, does it play a major role in this?
Space means these?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, it is important because Yeah, this is the keyword and this is the variable name, this type of the variable in assignment. Yeah, we need to separate it out.
Yeah, Param, Bilal here. I have just installed the Go and I trying to run the same program in the Visual Studio Code, and I had opened the terminal. So the default path is not showing the one where I have opened my file, but somehow I have reached to that path. But when I run the command, that is run variable.go, so it says me like the term run is not recognizable. So do I need to install any package or anything?
Yeah, I think we need the Go package for that. You may go here somewhere, the options are there. I think here. Yeah, I think you can go here. You can find out the Go package. You need
Okay.
to see. I think yeah, see some kind of things you will have.
So I need to install this Go package, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, then only the terminal will support for the our command that is run Go.
Yeah, I think now you should use the playground because it might take some time and it might not correctly install also. So you may lose the track what we are talking. So for the betterness, use the Go playground.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Hi, Param.
Hey,
So right now we are hard coding the value basically. So how to take input from the user actually?
yeah, so basically we have the functions can take, and yeah, taking from the user will be also there. So I think some scan will be there. So that will be there. Or yeah, functions basically from here. So when I talk about the functions, so we will talk that how we pass the variables and what are the different ways, like methods also how we use to execute. So many more concepts we will be talking. So are we done now till here? So is everyone done with the variables? At least having the variable in this way and adding that. You can also have type defined in the assignment together. So basically this kind of the operator you can use. Okay, so let's move now to the next concept that I just want to talk about the constant. So these are the things what I want to talk, and let's quickly get the package. So main and okay. So constant, we know that it's a keyword where we don't want the things to change. Okay, so pretty much you can write like this, like const and say like a int, then you give a value fine. So a becomes the constant here, then I don't want to change it in the future. So there are some other ways, mostly what we use in our projects, like we have the multiple constant to be declared at once. So what we do, like const, and then say like name one, ABC, and say like name two, and this is 1, 2, 3. So here we have the area of the constant. Okay. So this is what, and then later on say like you want to print it. So you can have like you can use fmt println, and println you need not to give like what kind of variable it is, like %d, %v and all. it automatically knows. So that's why it's one of my favorite one. We just use it and two and what is that? We have A also. Okay. Am I making any mistake? Okay. So in the same folder, so you see here I have the main, right? And I also have the main here. So it understands that we have the same package because it understands that it's part of the same package. So it gives you the error that two mains cannot be there. Okay. So I think it should be fine now. Yes, it is fine now. And you can run like go run. The file name is constant.go. Did I make any mistake? Empty printer and then go run this conditions.go.
You have given the wrong file name conditions.go. That is constants.go.
Why it is reaching here? It's basically giving here. So something like C, we may have, okay, let's, for betterness, let's just delete it.
Param, there is another file called conditions.go.
Param, you have given wrong name
Oh, okay,
conditions.
okay, my bad. Okay, so let me do it again. Constants. Okay. So we'll get the result here. So can you do one thing, have a constant, two constant, and try adding the values of that. So this is the assignment. Try this, let's take 5 minutes. And let me know once you're done.
Param, I have one question. What's the difference between a variable and a constant?
So constant is also a type of the variable, but the values cannot be changed. Say like mathematics, we have the pi, so that has the value 3.14 and something. Yeah. So that's a constant. We cannot change that. That's how we, that's what we use for. And if you see our programming in our day-to-day use cases, some of the error values what we display, we don't want that to get changed. So we always put that in the constant.
Okay. Thank you.
Parmeshwr, am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Yes, Parmeshwr, Anirban here. So actually, I've worked earlier on GoLang, but the problem is now on Windows, I'm not very comfortable. So I have installed GoLang, but for some reason, this is not getting, when I actually run from that shell where I've created that Hello World program, it is not recognizing the Go. So can you give some at least information on how to set the path for the Go executable? Because I think that is the first step, right? Before we actually do the program. I installed, but it is not able to recognize the path. So how do we set that actually?
Yeah, so yeah, this is something like what we do once. Let me take Anubhav. So Anubhav, do you know like how to set the, because there is go root one variable, that's what we set.
Yeah, I know about all those things, but how to do in Windows? Actually, I'm not very sure on Visual Studio how to. It's not picking up that. So Go root, we need to manually add in the environment variable. That's what I'm asking.
That's a variable.
Yeah, you can try manually adding into the environment variables. That would work.
Correct. I think Windows has the environment variable. Just try that.
Yes.
Go root, we need to add the path. Go root, we need to add the path. Go root variable, we have to add the path. Okay, let me try that out. Yeah, sure.
Add the Go path.
Okay, Go path, we need to add.
Yes.
Okay, sure. Okay, let me try.
If you're comfortable with the Linux, that makes the life very easy.
Yes. Yeah, window we have to do manually, right? So that is what.
The thing is that, okay, we do it once, and once it is done, we don't come back there.
Yes. Okay, let me try it out. Yeah, thank you.
Please try it out.
Yeah, thank you.
So Param, I just have a small query here. So whenever we'll make some changes in our file, let's say variable go or constant.go, every time we need to run the command in the terminal like go run and then the file name, or somewhere it is a way like it will automatically pick up our new changes and it will display our latest result.
I'm not sure whether something what we have in the run that solves your problem.
So the way in Angular and the React, right, we have that facility. Whatever the code change you will be make, it will directly display in the output.
I think this particular tool is not having. So debugging run without debugging, can run it. Okay, no, and something else it is giving. I'm not sure whether this tool is giving that kind of facility that you make the changes and it gives you the output. So normally we come here, we run it manually and get it done. Yeah, so I am not aware of any tool which does this kind of job.
Okay, fine. Thanks for the answer.
Let me know once you are done with this example, this assignment. To constant and add those.
Param, I have one doubt actually. Can you tell us the difference between the const method you've used above and the const you've used in the main?
Okay, so when you have the group of constant to be declared, we just use the brackets like this. And here I'm just talking about one variable. So you can have here the name 3 also, and you can expand this. So
what will be the scope of these variables? It will be global, right? Name
this is global.
Okay.
This is within the function.
Okay.
There are some other scopes, say like within the if condition, within the loop. Those are something also are there. So I think once I talk about the conditions, I will show that like how do you define within the condition only. That cannot be accessed outside the condition.
Thanks, Param.
Similarly, like constant, can I initialize integers also, like a group of 10 integers I want that time, like int open brackets and name of that variables?
Yeah, so if you see, these are the integers only.
But outside it mentioned constant, right? If I want only integers.
I think I'm not getting a question. So these are the constant, integer constant.
At line number 5, constant open bracket, right? Similarly, integer open bracket, can I try like that?
I'll try out, see if it works.
Parmesh, can you open the go.mod file once?
Mm-hmm.
So just module dot any name and the go
Right now, we are not using this mod file. In our programming, whatever we are doing, the mod file is not being used.
Okay, but like I am trying to run the Go file, I mean the file I created, but I am getting an error saying Go mod file not found in current directory. So
do you give the file name like this, or you are doing like that? Go run.
I did, yeah, I'm just doing Go build and the file name the same way you have shown, and then go run. But while building, it is saying mod file not found.
Ananya, for that, can you delete that existing mod file and try that same step? Go mod init the project name.
Okay, okay.
And do and it will generate a new mod in your current directory and do the go mod ID and run that.
Okay, okay, sure. I'll try that. Thank you.
For all of our use cases, we don't need the mod file.
Okay. Not sure. It's showing an error. Maybe I'll try that and see.
So is it done now? Okay, so let's understand one more concept, iota. So basically, iota is kind of the enum. If you have worked in the C, you assign a value, and from there it just goes in increment all the things. You see the iota is integer type and the value is 0 here. And let's rerun this and see the output. See, so A is 5 and name 1 is 0 and name 2 is 2. We can have name 3 here. Name 3, and let's remove this. This will complain. Yeah, so can you also try out this iota? Let's take 5 minutes for this.
Can you please repeat, like, what is the purpose of iota here?
Okay, so you see here, so iota, its defined value is 0, and it's type integer.
Okay.
And we wanted to have a, say like the values which is incrementing, say like the months start from 1 and it goes to 12, or the weekdays 0 to 7 something. So this is value 0 and name 2 will be 1 and it will be 2.
So, like if we are defining a name one constant as iota, by default, name 2 and name 3 will be incremented. We don't need to
Correct.
define them.
Right.
Thank you.
Yeah, just try out this from your side. So like you take for this, let's take in this way. Print months order using data. See, like it gives 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this one you can take some default value and add January, February from starting from here, and print the January 1st, February 2nd, like that. Just take this. Yeah, try finishing in 5 minutes.
Param, this iota is used only with integer data type, or is it compatible with other data types also?
So it's data type, it says it's integer.
Okay.
Yeah. So can you just try out this this particular work?
And what if we want to start from some other variable instead of 0?
Is this answer?
Yes, ma'am. Actually, in my program, actually, I've written some other variable with other name, like suppose 4 value was given. So by default, it was starting with the 4. Just before line 6, suppose if we give some other integer and assign some data. So num1 was getting that value basically.
Yeah, I think, see, on the concept wise, the concept is simple. It has some value. Iota has some value, and next would be the incremented of this. You do the plus here, minus here, some variable you add or something. The behaviors would be the same. That's what the concept is. Maybe like in your assignment, you just try out these things, what you're talking.
Yes, bro.
How do we add comments? The star only, slash star, slash star.
Yeah, so this is one way. So 2 lines you can add. This is the second way.
Okay. And like in line number 16, you told print months order using iota. So in that, instead of int in line number 6, we will write months.
Yeah, try out. Give any name here, say January, February.
No. I just wanted to know, like, you were telling
See, if you ask me the answer, then and that is not fulfill the purpose of the workshop. Try out. You maybe fail. Try different things. What I have not told. So that's the thing. What I'm looking for.
No, I just actually wanted to know, like in line number 6, instead of integer, can we use string as well? Like I tried writing string, but it didn't take. So
see, iota is type integer. You see.
Okay.
Right.
Param, I have one concern over here. So the way you have declared the constant, and then you have just declared the three things, name one, name two, name three, and you have given the name iota to the name one itself. And that's the reason it is picking up from the index 0. So what I observed in my case is like I have given the first two other things as a constant, and then starting from the third, I have given the iota. So it is taking from the second index. So is that the correct understanding? Like wherever the place we have declared that constant iota, it will started picking up the index from that place.
Yeah, that's right. Yes, I think what you have done is you have done like this, right? Something like this.
Yeah, and first one I have given the data type, that is string, not the integer.
Yeah, that's fine because this is a constant bracket. You can have the mix of the integer, character and all. So that's fine.
So in your currently whatever you have displayed, in your case, the name to value will be iota will be taking from 1, not from the 0. And the output will be 6, right?
Name 2.
Yeah.
Oh, so wherever we start the iota, it goes from below from there, right? Like I gave it 3. So we are expecting the name 3 to be okay.
3, 5, not 3, 6, and 7 will be answer, right?
Okay. Yeah, 3, 6, 7. That's what it is taking.
But how can we write multiple variables in a line, or does it always need to be in a new line?
No, that's you can do very much like this, like very simple thing like where A and B and C all type integer. Sorry, not where.
But not for constants?
You can make it constant also, I think.
No, because I was trying to do the same inside that, I think line number 7, like name 2, name 3, but it was actually throwing error.
Okay. Might be some issue. It's throwing invalid type unknown here. Constant, I think this way you can use to declare multiple type. But in single line.
Can I use name 2 and name 3 in the same line? Not possible.
It is giving some errors. So you're telling like name 1 and so like not here.
Name 1 equal to iota plus 1. And if you see just now you said no print months. So like we have to declare like M2, M3, M4 like that, right? Month 1, month 2. So is there any
like you can have Jan like this and this is iota plus 1. Iota plus 1 and you can have February and March and all this you can do.
that actually it is throwing some error. Oh, not there. Oh, I can't do February, March. That's not possible.
No, I think that will be that's throwing error.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, let me know once you're done. So we need to cover 3 more topics.
Param, can you please explain the purpose of this iota one more time? The use case?
The use case, like so you wanted to assign some values, and you know that that's our sequential, and that starts from, say, like iota has 0. You add something 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 thing, and you know that okay, the next, like the way we have the, say, like months. January is the first month, February second, and those are the constant you wanted to use in the switch cases. And someone enters one miss, yeah, you want to go to January. So like clubbing a similar kind of the constant in together. So that's why we use an iota for assigning that. So does this answer the question?
So for this case, only January, February, and March. So for that, we have to assign. We don't have to assign any value for Feb and March. Only it will take sequentially, or we need to assign for that also.
It will assign the values. So February, you see, like it becomes the 2. March automatically is showing 3. So it's incrementing the values.
Okay.
Okay, so let's go to next concept. So 3:15 will have the break, and after that Rajesh will take. So we'll have the 15 minutes of the break. And let's come here now. So we talked about let's talk about the conditions. Conditions are also very similar, but some of the example what I have written here, that's the important one. So let's have the package main and main, something like this, and so something like let's bring this one only. So it is having the very good concepts here. So we wanted to explain that. And FMT, we got it here. So sometime back, we were talking about the scope. Right. So this item you see here, we got just assigned here. Right. So this having the scope of only this if condition. If you try to use it here, so item here is like FMT dot println. So items. You see that this is complaining, right? Though we have it in the, so normal programming languages, it would have given like, okay, this is within the scope, but this item is only till this block, not beyond that. You cannot access it here. This is one of the very good concept what I basically go it giving. So simply you just have some condition F, no brackets, then closing this, else if you have, then else you have, close it. So this is the condition. So let's run this and what we get. Current conditions. Okay. So item 9 we gave here. So that's a single digit. So we came here. So can we have a, say like assign a variable and see whether it's even or odd? conditions and yeah, hopefully I think this modulo operator should work. Yeah. Can just quickly try out this. Let's have only 2 minutes of break for this. Let's try out. So expectation that you have one variable like say like where a and int one, and just check whether a is even or odd. You must be able to use the modulo operator. Yeah, by changing
Here the value of item is defined in line number 17 only, like.
correct.
Okay, and how about taking it from user input?
So that either through will be passed from the select the functions, or you may also just assign the way I've just written some time back, like where a is equal to a is say like int equal to 5. So something like this you do, and change the value of the a and see whether it prints the even and odd or not.
Okay.
Param, one doubt actually. So line number 23, if we give else in that after closing bracket, if we give enter before else.
Tell me.
Before else actually.
Yeah.
The line number 23. 23 only. The closing
Okay.
bracket, and after that if we give enter and else in different line. Will it compile?
Sorry, I didn't get.
So this line number 20, closing bracket should be there, and after that you can
No. There is space. There is space.
Okay. And what if you give enter?
It might give you the error, I think.
Yeah, it's given because in normal language like in C++, we can write in that way. So,
it might be the Visual Studio thing also. So because when I save it, automatically gives you the indentation. So basically it increases the indentation. I think from your side, you just try. It's
no,
not
actually what I tried in my case now, I given that in a new line actually, that else condition.
I think Go follows the very good formatting, so it might give you the problem.
Yeah, so that was So when I tried to run this way actually, so it was giving it up.
I think this will not work. So Go is very good in the formatting. So if you are come from the C, so there you can very much control what formatting you want to do. Wherever you want to do the brackets, close, open, all, you can do that. But here it's it follows the formatting. So is it done the even out problem?
It's not taking mod.
Mod is not there. Where A and B and 6. Okay.
It's taking.
It's taking, huh?
Yeah, that's some.
Give it in braces. Yeah, use braces, then it will.
Like number modular divided by 2 is equal to 0 is working.
Okay, so let's move to the next concept. So now we are done with the if condition. Switch cases, it's like similar. So I have here one already written here. So package main you write, and sorry. Okay. So once main now select where A and T select type and let's have switch for A and let's follow this and case 1 something you print 20. Just remember that we don't have the break here. So if you have come from some other programming background, they tell like you write the case, then you write the break to break the case, otherwise it goes to next case. So those kind of problems we don't have here. Okay. So one and maybe like default is supported as other programming languages. So yeah, this is the way you can try out. And go run switch. So we should go to default here. Yeah, we are going to default. Let's try out so like let's try out similar program where you have the 1 2 3 4 5, so all those, and change the numbers here from 1 to 5 and see what you get the output, whether you get the default and what all cases you get. So the concept you see here, we don't have the break. So it reduces our effort of writing and explicitly writing that I want to break here. And otherwise it will go to next case. So see having those kind of the problems. But here Go solves that problem. We don't have. And if you see the way switch case is written, it's pretty simple. No brackets to cover it. Okay. And case also no brackets. Just write this and come back here. It's done. It's a very simpler format. Okay, try out one switch case.
So in the in the case 1, then it used to as well. And here is it how?
Sorry, your voice is not clear.
Yeah. So can you hear me?
No.
I'll break my question.
You just post the chat. Post in the chat. I'll reply.
Hello everyone, this is Nirupa. So I just posted the poll here in the chat. During your break or before you're going for a break, please take 2 minutes to give your feedback there. That would be great. Thank you.
Is the condition done from you? So let's stop this loop, and after this we can take a break. So loop, we have the for, and you have the condition like this, like say variable like this, and you enter in the loop. So it's the way we have in the C, you can write also like, and we talked about the conditions. In the condition, we talked about the assignment. You can have that also. And condition for the loop is here. You can have increment the values, and you can have the continue and break very much within the loop itself. You can have the break, so like else break. Let's not have only 2. So once you reach to 5, it should break, right? Otherwise, it should continue. Okay. Okay. This is opposite. So this way also I have. And you can have another way, like I have a, so like a for, and you can have the infinite loop. So no condition, it's a infinite loop. So these are the some of the loops, and okay. So okay, I don't want to run this one now. Let's go run loops. Yeah, we got it here. So maybe like the assignment, right, like this. Print 1 to 10 using loop. So this is the assignment you do. So let's take a break now, and we'll meet again. So is this 10 minutes sufficient? So let's meet at 3:45.
Param, it's more than 15 minutes, no?
3:35, that should be good, right? Nirupa?
No, someone is asking 15 minutes.
15 minutes. So what time we should come back? 3:40?
2:45. Yeah. 3:40.
No, then we'll have the lesser time for the next session. So 3:40, let's meet at 3:40.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, if you are come back early, so this assignment you finish printing 1 to 10 using the loop. Let's meet at 3:40. Okay.
Thank you, Param.
Yeah.
This record can be played. Can we play back? Like, how do we access this recorded video?
Nirupa,
I will send that. No, I need. It might take a day. I will send that recording.
Thank you.
Yeah. For those who are outside of Dell, I'll post that in the meetup link, so you can access that.
Okay. So let's start now. So for the second half, I will invite Rajesh. So he will be talking about the arrays, slices, functions, and functions returning multiple variables. So Rajesh, over to you.
Yeah, thanks, Param. So I'll just start from the array. So the array just as you can know all those from the all the languages like C, C++, from the Java. Array also same concept in the GoLang. So it is a number sequence elements. So there is no much difference from the as we seen in the C or C plus or Java side. So just I'm giving the here on kind of syntax wise. This is the variable what we have currently. We have using the variable to define the variable. Then data. Data means that is the what is the array name you want to define. And the here it will going to come as a bracket. Inside the bracket, you have to give it the size and the type. So in the other languages in C, so we have to declare as int and data. Then we have to give a bracket and they have to size. Here, little bit we have some of the things. Okay, it's first we have to declare the data. Then we have to give the bracket and the size inside that. Okay, I'm going to give some of the examples. Just I'll cover first the array and the slice. Then I'll go through the some of the examples which will going to clear all the concept wise. So slice again, it is a similar type of array. The slice is again is a new concept in the GoLang, which is a segment of array. We can view one type of from the array. We can view. We can do the view. That is the one kind of slice is a more powerful and flexible. That is the in the GoLang than the array. So here to define the slice similar to the array, but only difference between the array and the slice is there is a no size is defined. So some kind of slice is having the same variable length stores element in the similar data type as an array, but it will going to the same things as we are accessing the array also by the index position. Similarly, we can access the slice with the index position and starting from the 0, and the last element will be the length -1. So once I'll go with the examples, it will be going to more clear to everyone. Okay? Similarly, so these are the syntax. So the syntax to define the slice. I'll go through the one example so that first you're going to clear. Then I'll go more on I'll talk more on the slice, what the slice functions are there. Because array, we don't have the predefined functions, but slice, we have the predefined functions because slice, we can at a runtime, we can alter and we can what are the size we have defined, we can move, we can append more data to that. But array is a defined size. So because once we define the size as a 5, we can store only 5 elements to the array. But in the slice, if we have defined the 5 and later, we can append more data to that. Okay. So slice, one more thing I'm going to talk, slice. Okay, once I'll give the example, that will be going to clear. Okay. So yes, I'll make the font size a little bit bigger. Is it visible to everyone or?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes, it is.
It's visible. Okay. So. Okay. So here, this is the array definition. So you can see the variable what we have declared as x as 5 int, and we can assign the similar type how we are accessing assigning the C and C++ as x0 as 5, x4 as 25. So there is no order. Okay, so if by default, yes, GoLang what's one good thing is, okay, if we're not going to assign any value to the array or any variable, it will by default it will going to assign that value. Suppose for the integer it will going to assign to 0, for the string it will going to assign to the null. So like that, it will going to keep on assigning the value. So now if you're going to see, I have given the assigned the x as a 0 to the fifth 5 and x4 as 25. So if I'm going to print this value, so what is going to happen? It will going to the print fifth, so 0 index as a 5 and fourth index as a 25. But other indexes we have not filled the data, so it will going to print as a 0. Similarly, if I'm going to give a x1, 2, 3 value, then it will going to print other values subsequently. So this is the declaration of a one array and how we're going to assign the value. So there is one more way to print the array also. So that I'll talk. Okay, so because we have very less time, so I'll go through the quickly so that we can cover up all the topics whatever we want to cover. So here, so suppose to print the array. So we have a different type of, we can, because already we know the what is the for loop, okay, how we can able to go to loop through the for loop. So in for, suppose if I go to take as a length, suppose any array, if I'm going to print, so just I'm going to do length of the array, then based on that, I can print the what is the indexes. Based on the index, I can print the all the variables. Or directly, if you don't want to print the index, if you want a very small arrays there, you want to try, just put in the fnd print line, it will going to print all the arrays. Okay, I'll going to show, I'll just run and I'm going to show that. Another way of for loop has one more way of printing the data, that is the range. Okay, so range is nothing but, okay, so it will going to say, okay, so this is my range. Okay, you can define any array, slice, and map. I'm going to talk about that. So what is going to happen? It will automatically follow, go. What is going to iterate each and every element? It will going to do the print. So range, it will going to return two two things. One will be the one your value. Another is index. Another is the value. So based on that, it will going to print the index and the value. So there is no need to do the length, because suppose you don't know what is the size of the array. You don't know that. Okay, so no need to print up the length. So it just to do the range, it will going to print that data. So similarly, this also I have put it. Just I'll do the run so that it will going to clear. Okay, 1 second. Go run, just I'm printing main.go. Here. If I'm going to show that, so first time, so Ajay explained that, okay, so we have declared one array. We have assigned the index 0 as a 5, another index as a 25, other rest are, we have not given any value. So this is the thing which is going to printed all the array, because here I have not given any for loop. Automatically GoLang print all the array values. Similarly, if I'm assigning the value here, index as a 1, x1 as 10, x2 as 15, x3 as 20. After that, if I printed the array, so it has printed all the values 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 for my array. Similarly, for that for loop and the on the range part. So this is the print is happened. Okay, so based on that, it's going to print. Any confusion, any doubt on this? So I'll just talk about on the that is the about the array. So what will be about the slice? Slice is the same as I mentioned. It is another type of array. Okay, in the backend, how slice is maintained. So slice is a data structure which is maintained by three things. One is the pointer. They'll have point to the array of index 0. Then they'll have a length and a capacity. So on the length, they're going to say this is the length of the slice. Okay, capacity, how max it can going to accommodate the data. So that is not the fixed also. We can at the runtime also we can alter the capacity by appending the by calling the append function. So that way also we can do. So for that now, okay, before going to the append functions, just I have given the some of the examples here. As I told, it is a top of the array. So in the data structure wise, it will going to create a array, okay, in a memory, and it will point to the index 0. So here what I have what is the done the slice one. So in the I created a I automatically, if I'm going to give this type of, okay, it automatically going to create a integer slice. So I have not defined any size here. So I given the I initiated, or I have given the assigned values 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. I have given the values. So here, this is the one slice I created. So I want to create another slice. So there is another way of creating the slice. So from this slice, I can give a low and high value. So this is the low value, this is the high value. From where I'll going to copy, and I'll create a new slice. So this is the index. So index starts from 0. So this will going to start from 20, and this will go where it will going to stop. This will be going to stop here, but it will not going to take itself. So it before that it will going to stop. So my slice 2 will going to take the, it will going to create a new slice with 10, sorry, 20, 30, and 40. These three value it will going to, it will take a slice. It will going to create that. So I'll print the slice. So as I mentioned, there is a length and capacity is there. Okay, so this will be the length, what is the slice length, and what is the capacity. So moreover, if you have created this slice, okay, so based on the length, it is capacity will be the map. But we can define the capacity and we can minimize the length also. That also we can do based on the, there is another way of I'm going to create that. Just now I created the array. So from the array, that last example I have given the array. On the array, on top of array, we can able to create a slice. So what happened here? There is an array. On this slice which I created, so I have taken the from the each, then till 6. So index 6, but it will not take that value itself. So it will going to complete by here. So it will take all the values from here to here, and it will going to create that slice. But remember that as I mentioned, slice will be in the top of the array. So if there is any change in the slice, it will directly going to reflect on the array, this array. So here is the another example what I have given here. So this slice data I changed here. Okay, new data has changed, and I'm going to print all the slice and array. I'm going to show, okay, what is the changes happening. So just I'll clear. I'll go to the slices. So I'll go run. So I'll go through once again. So this is the slice is created on top of the slice 1, which you have printed the slice 2. This is a 20, 30, 40. So it is 1 as 4. This is a low and high. Then length, then capacity. We have printed the 3 as a length, having the capacity as a 4, because we have given the 4 as the index, so it will create a 4. And after that, as I mentioned, this is the array I have created. Array printed. This is the array of having the value. Then I created another slice on the top of this array, having the from the 1 to 6. This is the printed the slice 3. This is the data is printed on the slice 3. Now length of the slice. Now I change the slice data. If you see, I have changed the slice one of the value or on the index as 2. I've assigned new value. That's a new data I've assigned. If you see, I have, this is the my slice got changed. But if you see the array also, the array value also got changed, because the slice is created on top of the array. So what are the changes will going to happen on the slice? It will automatically going to reflect on the array. Okay. Similarly, so as I mentioned, there is a range is there. We can print length and range. Okay, both way we can print the data. So just I'll uncomment this. And this is the how we can print the slice with the range. Okay, this is the index and this is the element which will going to print index and the element. Now it is a printing based on this. So whatever the data I'm going to print it here, it will going to print in this way. So I'll just going to run. So here just I did a small change here. So it is printing 1020. Then so here it is printing index. So based on the range, it is printing the index and giving the value. Okay. So this is how it is printing the data. Okay. So you want to try this slice? So please try. Okay. Let me know. Okay. So once everyone has completed, so that I can continue the next part of the append, copy, and other things.
Do we need to first go to the array, or can we start with just slice?
You can create anything. You can create the slice. Okay, because see, array is already have defined here. It will be going to cover if you create this this slicing dot go, if you write that, okay, automatically it's going to cover your array and the slice.
Okay.
Let me know if you are done. Okay, so I'll wait for 2 to 3 minutes. Okay, done. I can proceed to other thing. Okay, so I created a.
Can you scroll down for range? We couldn't take
Yeah.
the range.
Okay, you take this range.
And Rajesh, we have one query here from
Yeah.
Senthil in the chat.
Senthil, which line?
Can you scroll up?
Okay.
So you can take the example of line number 26, 27, all that.
26, 27. Okay. No. Actually, okay. I have used the different ID. Actually, this is the Go from the GoLang. Okay, that is from the NetBean. Okay. So it will automatically going to give what print line what will going to take the as a parameter. If you see, I'll going to talk about the print line. Okay. So that will it will going to say this is required the it will give you the more so that developer can able to see what are the data they have to pass for that function. Okay, it is just notation. Okay, it is giving that. Okay, but Visual Studio Visual Code you're not going to get that, though it is a licensed version. GoLang is a licensed version. Okay, so you'll get all this user friendly for the developers. Okay, this is nothing that. Okay, so you can ignore that part.
And Rajesh, we have a ask to paste this complete code in the chat for their future reference.
Yes, I'm going to send that. Okay, give me some time. I'll send that. Okay, so I'll go to the next here. So we have created just now. We created one simple slice using our variables. Okay, we have create now. We can create another that is okay. So we created with the low and high expression, and that will create it. Now we can create a slice using the make functions. Okay, so why it is required the make function also, I'll going to use that. Okay, so make function will going to create an empty slice. So you don't know. Okay, so you don't want to create. Okay, I don't want to create a slice on the top of the any array or any slice. I'm not going to define as a 10, 20 how I created this slice. Okay, so you want to create an empty slice. So in this case, what we can do, let me go. Okay, so here just if you see here, we have created one slice as a y make. Here this is the bracket int and 3. So make will going to make. If you see, this is a make built-in function allocates the what it will going to do. It will going to allocate and the initialize the slice. So here just if I'm going to do this part, okay, I'll just type here. I'll put slice, suppose for a workspace, so work. Okay, so here if I'm going to say make, if I'm going to say here string, okay, I have defined 5, I have defined 10. Okay, so what you're going to do, this will going to return a slice. Okay, and it will assign this is the string of slice. It is created. It is a length is 5. We have given as a length as 5. We have given the capacity as a 10. Capacity is an optional thing here. Okay, if whether you can able to mention or you don't want to mention, that is okay. But this is the way we can create an empty slice. And in the as a data structure, I told it will going to create a in the memory. It will going to create a array that also empty size. Okay, so I can define the slice work slice work. So this I can similarly I can define the value saying that okay, I can assign the value saying that okay, this is the, suppose I'll say Rajesh. Okay, so I can like this I can able to assign the value to this slice. This is the one way of assigning the value. Another way of assigning the value is the append function, appending the data to the existing slice. So we have created one slice. Okay, we want to append the data. I don't want to do the direct assignment. What I can do, I can append the data. In a for loop, I'm going to append and I'm going to do that. Okay, so what I have to do here, I'll do the same. Okay, so I can write. Okay, so already it is there. I'll just show that. Okay, so I'll not waste too much time. So here, so similarly, I created one slice make int 25, x as 0, 10, x as 1, 20. I have directly assignment did. So this is the assignment. Here I have used the append function to append the data. So I can give a one element or number of elements. So I can define, I can give the 30, 40, 50 to this to this slice because it is a capacity is a 5. So I can go till 5. So already this is a 2. This is the 3. So we can go up to 5. Okay. So I have appended the value 5 here. So, but here once line number 18 is there, once again, if I'm going to say append, so what is going to happen here? So GoLang will going to take a extra care for that. Okay. So it will going to create another new array. Whatever the array we have defined the size, so that will going to do the double, and it will going to copy all the array values from the older one to new one, and it will going to return that to the slice. Okay, this is the extra operation will going to can done by the GoLang internally. So we're not going to see that, but yes, this is the capacity will going to, if you see the first time what the capacity is there and the second time what capacity is there, okay, it will going to be changed that. Okay, so I'll just run this program, okay, so that it will be going to clear to everyone. Go run append.go. So first slice for me is a 1020. I have printed the slice as X. I have printed the length. Length is given 2, 5 as a capacity because we have given the 5 as a capacity per year with the make built-in function. So that is done. So slice for slice is we have printed already. We have printed the 1020. Now we are appending the slice to 30, 40, 50. So this is the 30, 40, 50 we have appended to the same slice. Now this is done. So if the capacity is now length is 5, capacity is also 5. Now we are after that we are appending some more data. So what is happening? If you see length is 8 and capacity is a double. So it is a 5. Earlier it was a 5. Now it is a double. It is a 10. So in this way, how data going to it will going to increase in that way. So if you have understood the concept of the C++ in the map, so similarly, the similar concept is here. Okay, so which will going to increase once you will append more data, it will keep on increasing the slice and it will going to reassign the things. But it will be very dangerous in the real-time program if you have very huge data and if you want to append. Okay, it will be going. Sometimes it will be going to a crash in the memory because it will be the what Ajay explained. It will create an old. It will keep the old array. It will create a new array. And one more functionality in the GoLang is a good functionality is the garbage collector. Okay, so we don't have to do the delete as like in C++, we have to delete the object or free the pointer concept. But here we don't have. Automatically garbage collector will going to clean up if that variable is not used. So it will be there for some time. That array will be stored in the memory until the garbage collector is not going to clean up the data. But so cautiously you have to use the append function. So if you are knowing that okay, this much of data I want to give that data, you define the capacity and define the slice. Okay, so this is the how we can define the slice, append the data and do the things. Similarly, another concept is the copy. So I have we have a similar things. We have a slice. Another, I want to make a slice of 510. I want to copy the X slice to Y. So here I have given the Y and X. It will going to copy all the data to here to there. Okay. So it will going to create a new slice. So new data, only the data will going to copy, and after that we can assign the values. Okay. There is a two built-in functions are there. One is the append function and the copy function than the array. So slice, that's why I told slice is a more powerful, flexible, and it is a dynamic thing for the GoLang. So just I'm showing the append to go. Okay. So please complete this. Okay. So I'll proceed to the next topic. So take it 2 minutes. Okay. Just try to finish that.
Rajesh, can you please like one clarification here? When you write the make command, right? The initial 2 and 5, what are the representation of those two values?
I'll just show that. Which ones?
Yeah, this make, right? First is the integer array, 2 and 5. Can you please repeat what it is?
2 is the length, 5 is the capacity.
5 is the capacity. So if we keep appending, the array will increase, slice will increase by 5, is it?
Yes. Suppose now you have the pipe limit. Okay. So, okay, till line number 14, it will not going to, because it is under the capacity as a pipe. Okay.
Yes.
If you come to the line number 18, so what is happening? It is exceeding the capacity. Now what we're going to do internally, Go will create that is one array is there. Another array we're going to create, it will copy old data from the old array to new array. Okay. The capacity now it will be going to be double.
Double. Okay. And 2 will be the initial size of the slice, right?
2 is the length. 2 is the length. Just it will say, okay, if you print the length of the X, suppose now you want to print in the for loop, you want to print the length. Okay. As in the given example, if you want to use this length function to print the value, you don't want to print the 0000 because till the capacity is there. Okay. So length is going to take care of that. Okay. So how much you have filled up the data, that much of length is going to print, going to hold that the data, the index.
Okay.
Okay, I have given all my all these all the slices examples, array example in chart. Please download, okay, and make use of that. Okay, so next topic. So slice is done. So slice is that much only. So I'll go to the next topic as a map. So map is an on-order collection key value pair. Like C++ Java concept, we have a map. Similar concept in the Java, also, in the GoLang also we have a map, which is on-order collection key and value pair. So we have a key and the value. By key, we can able to access the value. So key is how your other languages key is the unique values. Similarly, in the GoLang also your key is the unique value. So, and value we can able to, that is the repetition will be there in the value. A map is also known as a hash table or dictionary in any of cases how you are representing other languages. So similarly, just how we are created the slices and other things. Okay, similarly, syntax of the map is variable data map t1. Okay, so this is the how you will going to declare the variable one map. But without using the make function, you cannot able to assign the value how you are doing the slice, because slice is underlying it is an array. Map will not underlying the array. So array, so there is no memory is defined for the map. So we have to use the make function how we has used the slice function. The slice, we have to use the make function to create that data structure or create that memory value. So I'll just go to the example. So here just I have created one character chapter. So in the chapter I have given a map. So map is int and a string. So int is the your key. It will represent as key, and here string is a value. Okay. You can create another map also here. There is no problem. You can create anything. Okay, in the value part. So I'm going to show the multiple how you can define the multiple map also. So this is the character chapter. I created one chapter as a map. So in the chapter I created past line. I created this can make map int string. So we are not defining any size and other things as like a slice. So it will going to define the things. Okay. So here you can able to directly you can create accessing like a index. Chapter 1 is a begin go Go fundamental or of the data structure. Okay, so you can able to assign the values to the each chapter on or what are the map we created. Similarly, so how I mentioned that to how you'll iterate the map. So there is a for loop is there, same as a range, then the chapter. Okay, so in this it will k as going to come as index, b will come as a value. So in this we can able to print directly the map, or we can use the length function also to print the map. Okay. So this is another example where I have given the directly you can able to assign the value to the map. Okay, and this is the delete. So I already pasted the the code also, so you can refer that in the chat. So these are the things which you can delete function. You can based on the key you can able to delete. Okay. So here this will I'm going to talk more now. Okay, this is the one for the how you're going to suppose now you are going to access the key, but the key is not available in the map. Okay, so here if you do the okay, so if you use the if function if the condition, then suppose now lane, then okay will going to tell you okay the whether that key is available in the map or not. If okay is there, then only you can print the value. Otherwise you don't, you can put some error condition saying that that key does not exist. So this is the whenever we're going to access the map. Okay, in that way we can use this if condition so that it will be proper. Okay, so that okay, so there is a no segmentation fault at the runtime. Okay, so I'll run one by one. I'll explain once again. So we have printed all this here with the range. We printed the key and value. This is the value is printed. So as I mentioned, I'll going to comment this make. So I'll show you what is happening on this same function. So it will be going to give you a panic. Okay, so assignment entry value nil map. So you cannot able to directly assign as a slice. We have assigned the value. We created one define one slice. Directly we can assign that will not be there in the map case. So we have to call the make. Then only we can able to assign the value. Okay. Is it clear? So just I'm giving 2 minutes. So just now, if you want some other time okay, to understand this, okay, please take a time, 2 minute time. Then I'll go to the next topic. Yuripa, what time till that it is going to continue?
We have called out as till 4:30, and so how much more we can cover, Rajesh?
We have few slides are there. That's what I'll go to the function and I'll close them.
Yeah, we can have some logical closure. Anyway, we have a follow-on session tomorrow. We can try covering there.
Okay. So next I'll go to the function. So we have covered all the data types, array, slice and map. So I'll move to the function. So function is a independent section of code that maps to 0 or input parameter or 0 to more output parameters. So in a function, we can, as we are sending the input parameter, we can either the function we will not going to send any parameter input parameter, or we can send multiple parameters. Similarly, the output return value also we can send in a Go with multiple output parameters we can send. Okay, I'll going to show the functions also how we can return the multiple values. So just I'll go all these things, then I'll going to show the example. Syntax wise, this is the, so we have a keyword, there is a func, func, so it's used to declare the function. So here is the function, so we can say func. So now, okay, so in our past program, what we have used as a func main, so that is the function, main function we are creating. Similarly, we can given the we can create our own functions also. So function name, and there is a curly bracket is there. So similarly, the function name, so we can give the input parameter any type and output parameter as any type. And we have a body, function body. So this is a function. Okay, the few
Can
points.
main also written out?
No, in GoLang that is not there. So few points to note down. Okay, so functions do not have access to anything to calling function. So here, suppose I have a function, sorry, if it is small, should be small. So function main, if it is a x is a variable is defined here. Okay, I have created one back variable. This x I cannot print it here, or I cannot access here. The whatever the function is there, it will be going to be that the scope will be inside that function itself. If in Go also we have a function stack. It will go if you are calling the function 1, function 2, so it will going to be there in the stack, and it will going to call in that way also. Okay. So and as a function, okay, we have a functions. Okay, some what we can do from instead of writing the bigger functions, we can write a small functions, and we can work out. Okay. So I'll give you the small example. Already we know the main function. I'm going to give small examples. So I think I'm not sure. Okay, but so here I'm going to give. Okay, this is the small function what we have created. Suppose now this is the variable x and y. We have add function and the subtract function. Similarly, here it is taken as a input as a parameter x and y. We can give like x int, y int, or we can remove, and we can can give also. This is the int. Here we are not defining any variable, and directly we are saying, okay, function add will going to return the integer. So it x plus y, it will be added here, and it will going to return. Or if I'm going to say, suppose I'll say w z as, okay, I'll say z as a int here. So I'll say int. So what I can do here, I say z is equal to x plus y. Okay, so in that time I don't have to return anything. I say return. So automatically Go will going to return this z value, because already we know GoLang already know that. Okay, Go know that. Okay, z is the integer which will going to return. Already we have defined the variable. So z is we have assigned the value x plus y, and we are returning. So automatically Go will take care returning the value. What are the values assigned? It will going to return from this function. So either way you can write. So there is no wrong and right, but based on according to your use cases, we can define, we can give the variable name here, or we can canonically give the variable name also. Okay. So this is the how we can able to write a function, and we can call that. Another good example I'll just show swap.go. It is a because it is a famous that. Okay. So I given one name. So what I'm going to do here, I have two variable. Okay, just I am doing the swap. So I'm calling the swap function here. So what is going to happen? What is going to take? It will take as a x and y as a string. It will return the x and string as a x and y only. So whatever is returning here, I am just assigning to the x and y, because though the swap function is returning the value x and y, okay, or so any two out parameters. So that's why I'm assigned the two parameters. Okay, so here x and y I given. So if you see this thing, I'll go to that function, cd functions. So the after value, if you print same, we have printed the x and y, Here the name is there, but the name here is swapped between the first name and the last name. So this is how it will be swap function very easy, because we can return the multiple parameters from the function. Okay, otherwise we can do in the how we are doing in the C. Okay, we're going to take another value. Suppose if it is integer or something, we can do the some other things and we can able to return. So now in Go, it's very simple. We can return the two parameters. Okay, clear to everyone? Any doubt?
Yes.
Okay. Similarly, I have two more slides. Another is the verdict functions. Okay, so here we can use the three dots. Okay, so what we're going to do, it will take any here we are saying here we are defining the size, okay, x and y, but you don't know the what are the values you're going to take. Okay, so in this case you can use the dot, three dots, and you can use the range to iterate the value. So in that way also we can able to do that. Okay. So if you see the print line, so just now someone asking, okay, so what will be the print line? Okay, so print line, if you see these three dots are there, any is the special data type here. It is an interface. It will be empty interface. Once you'll tomorrow, once you'll understand the structure and the interface. Okay, I will going to explain you the more on the any. So any is another data type, you can say. So here the three dots are there. Okay, it is a verdict function. Println is a verdict function. We can pass any parameter or any input parameters to the println function. And if you see the print line also, it is returning the two things. One is the n and another is the error. So this is the things. Okay. So verdict, similarly, I have put the three dots. Okay, you can write your own function using the three dots. Next is the closure. So we can assign directly. We can assign to a variable the function. Here, if you see that I have not given any function name. Function xy. It is returning the one integer as a value. So what will be going to there? So if I'm going to how I'm going to call, I'm going to call add 1 and 2, 1 and 1. Okay, so this is the way I can able to call that. So here no function name is required. So directly this variable will going to act as a function. And the last is the recursion function. So recursion function, how we are using in the C the same functions we are calling. Similarly, we can call the same function until some condition is not satisfied. If the x is not equal to 0, if x equal to 0, then return 1. Otherwise, return the x into factorial. So this is the factorial. Okay, we can do x into x minus 1, which will going to do up the job of the factorial, and it will recursively will call the same function internally. Okay. So here I have given all the examples. So in the functions, I have given some of the verdict functions also. So some I have given 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So here 4 parameters we have sent. I have 3 arguments here. I have sent. Okay, but if you total, it is a printing the all the values. Okay, so you can able to go through this example. You can do that. Similarly, there is a calculator is there also. Sorry, this is a function values is there. Okay, so we can use that and you can some of things that closure whatever I may mention here. Yeah, Nirupa, I'm done.
Thank you, Rajesh. Thank you so much. And I would like to thank both Rajesh and Param for making this session interesting and making it simpler for us and demystifying this GoLang. And I'm sure this is GoLang is no more a stranger for us. And I would also like to thank Anubhav Singh and his team who volunteered to support in clarifying all these queries by the participants here. Thank you so much for your Anubhav. Right. I would also like to thank participants as you for investing your time and effort in upskilling yourself in this session and also making this session interesting through your interactive way of asking the queries and all, right? So thank you so much, and I would expect you to play around with this and come back tomorrow for more. If you have any queries on this, and Param has just now posted what next tomorrow, right? We will be looking forward for more advanced concepts of GoLang, especially on the structs. Just reading.
Yeah, so tomorrow we will be having the much specific to Go what we have, basically the interfaces, routines, Go routines, channels, and the awesome things what Go provides a web server.
Sure.
So we will be talking about these.
Okay.
So, over to you.
Team, you heard Param. So let's come prepared for this tomorrow.
Sorry.
Yes, Pavitra.
Yeah. Offline, can you guys send us if any settings to be done when we install? So today, as we were not aware of the installation and all, right? So we use the playground. So is there any steps so we can go install, and tomorrow when for these things, right, it may require for us to go run over there instead of a playground. So is there any steps?
So
or settings?
Did you check the place, the link what I mentioned? Where to install?
Yeah. We just installed, but I was just about to install that. But is there any steps to be followed, or is there any settings to be done? Or is it just, I don't know if others in the forum, right, if you have done that and if you have faced any challenge?
I could install it. Few restarts Visual Studio required, and Visual Studio prompted to install few things. Those also I installed, and a few restarts were required. No need of like changing any environment variable.
Settings. Fine. Yeah. Thank you, Rashmi. Thanks for clarifying that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Param. Yeah, I think I'll just
even
go
I could
install
install
it.
it.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't have the admin privilege, so I didn't want to reboot or go out of it during that time. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you everyone for joining this session.
Thanks everyone.
Please take the survey and share us the feedback. I did receive few of the details on what is expected in the upcoming sessions. As much as possible, we'll try to cover tomorrow, and if not, we will plan another session for to cover rest of the topics. So please do share your feedback. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.
Yeah, thank you. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye-bye.